Hello, YouTubers. Joe Kersey here on Thursday, August 31st, 2017 at 1 minute after 1401 in the afternoon Eastern Time. I'm not very upbeat today, and I haven't been actually for quite a few days, which might explain what's sort of like the 5-day absence from doing all this. But as you know, for those of you who sort of watch me on a regular basis, have gathered, I fell in love with a fellow from Australia here about 2 months ago. And it's just not going to work, obviously. I wish it would, but this isn't going to work. This just didn't going to work. And in just sheer self-preservation and self-defense and survival mode, I've got to just I don't want to harden my heart toward this man. It's the last thing I want to do. I had to insulate myself for so many years about how I felt about people. And I kind of vowed that I'd never do that again, but maybe I'm going to have to in this case a little bit. I just don't want to do that. I just don't want to do that. I just don't want to do that. One of my subscribers, Gail Crabtree, the good Gail Crabtree, God bless her. She left a comment, I think 2 videos back on mine, saying, you know, the maturity level of my channel may be getting a bit above her head, and I don't know. Well, obviously she meant it. It was a well-meant comment. I mean, it wasn't like telling me to go away and shut up. I mean, that wasn't her intent, obviously. But that got me thinking, and yeah, when I started doing this, you know, the day after I started doing this, you know, so basically December 2nd, you know, my first video came out December 1st, 2012. I said to myself, you know, I'm not gonna pull any punches. I'm not gonna go out of my way to get in people's faces or offend people or do anything you know, I'm just not going to do that. On the other hand, I'm not going to lie either. So if I'm in an emotional turmoil, I'm going to say that. You know, I didn't expect to fall in love. Who the hell expects to fall in love? I didn't. It's not this guy's fault I fell in love with him. He didn't set out to make me fall in love with him. But I fell in love with him. I'm just in a state. I have been the past week, particularly yesterday and today, and sort of starting to realize I've got to hunker into myself again today, which I don't want to do, but I think I'm going to have to do. It's just fuck, you know, fuck. Would I have wished this hadn't happened? No, absolutely not. I'm delighted it happened to me. I mean, I haven't felt this intensely, but couple other times in my life. You know, it's still, it's this probably obviously isn't going to work out. Maybe even on a friendship level, which I think is a shame. I kind of did a dumbass thing last night. I WhatsApped him on the video function because, well, first of all, I wanted to find out how the video function on WhatsApp worked because I had told this woman at church who wants to get in contact with her United Kingdom pen pal friends. She wanted a way to video with them, and she didn't want to do it on her laptop, and so she didn't want to do Skype. She didn't have an Apple, so she can't FaceTime. They don't have Apple, so they couldn't FaceTime. And but she didn't want to do the Skype. And I said, well, you can do it on your phone with WhatsApp. And I wanted to find out if it worked. Well, by golly, it does work, and it works great. So I thank my Australian interlocutor for humoring me on that. He wasn't too damn delighted about it, but I thank him for that. So Roberta will be able to WhatsApp with her friends over in the UK now. Without using Skype. But that was the genesis of that, and so, and while we were talking, he got on me about my drinking. Here's the thing about my drinking. I started drinking when I was 18. Well, 17 actually, if truth be told. First beer I had on my own was November 2nd of 1969 when I was 17. Not quite 18. Interestingly, that's the same date, November 2nd, on which my son was conceived in 1973. How interesting, how odd. Coincidence, serendipity, coincidence, use your favorite word. Anyway, it was a Budweiser. It wasn't a good beer. It was a shitty beer. But there weren't any good beers around then. Anyway, so it was free. It was a free beer. Yeah, it was a free beer. So there, it's a free beer. So I'm going to read you a little bit of what I sent this guy. By the way, don't get on me again about drinking during the day. Oh, this is a guy we roamed around San Francisco and we drank during the day. Oh, okay. And I said, by the way, don't get on me again about drinking during the day. Just don't. So I'm going to pull a bit of rank here. Just don't after about 15:30. And here's the real point of this remark to him. This is an email to him. Until you've come along with me for a while, just don't. I'm trying to convert a wild love thing into something suitable for a pool game here. Help me out. Why did you think I put on a tie that Sunday night? Because the last night we went out together in San Francisco, I put on a tie. I had this nice green tie, and I took it with me. I thought, well, hell, And the reason was I sort of wanted to maintain just a bit of I was trying to cool things down, you know. And then here's the other thing is, walk in my shoes and loneliness and my yearnings and desires, then condemn me, but not until then. I'm going to repeat that. Walk in my shoes and loneliness and my yearnings and desires, then condemn me, but not until then. Sorry, I still love you. There's the word again, you. I still love you. And I do love him. I do love him. He didn't like that, but I do love him. You can't help who you love. You can't. I didn't expect to fall in love. I have no experience in this. I don't know how to handle this. I don't think I'm handling it well, obviously. Obviously, I'm not handling it well. Well, God, and then so I mentioned the good Gail Crabtree earlier, and she left a comment on one of my videos, as I said, and I just kind of, I replied to her, and I know it seemed to her, or might have seemed to her, I was unloading on her. I was not unloading on Gail. If I offended you, I did not mean to offend you. But I never intended to pull any punches on what I talk about in this venue. I don't try to get in people's faces, but you know, when stuff happens in my life, I talk about it. Anyway, and there it is. There it stands. I mean, yeah, I'll go down to Australia, but I'm not going to try to, you know, see this guy if he doesn't want. I'm not going to inflict myself on this guy. You know, nobody wants to inflict themselves on somebody if they don't want to be seen. I mean, you know, I'm certainly not going to go down into a setting where, you know, he's terrified to have a friend show up from the United States. And I said, yeah, that's all I'd be. I'd be a friend you met, you know, while you were traveling around the United States. Oh, well, no, they're going to find everything and all that. Yeah, come on. It's like, and at the same time saying, no. I mean, you know, even I know now, it's just like, oh, screw that. You know, I mean, I don't need that. At this stage of my life, I certainly don't need it. I'm sure glad I met him. Sure glad I know him. He's exactly the kind of individual I would love to be with and know. But I can't wreck myself over it. I just can't. It's not after 3:30 yet. So. Give me a break. I drink for many reasons. The primary one is I just like to drink. It's like people have a cup of coffee in their hand all the time. You know what I mean? I'll have essentially 10 glasses of wine, but I dilute them up to 20 ounces, you know, over the course of an entire day. You know, you start at 9:30 and you end at 7:30. So 10 hours, that's like 1 hour. Yeah, sometimes I get, but in general I don't. I do when I get emotional. When I get emotional, I show the effects of it, but I've been emotional here recently. And so I've been showing the effects of it. And so I've been getting the... I appreciate people giving a damn enough to even remark. I really am. I really do. And this, you know, God's going to bring me out the other side of this. I know He will. He always does. He always does. He always takes care of me, and He always will. But it's a real bastard while you're in the middle of it. It really is. So that's where it stands with me and my Antipodes man. Well, I don't know. It'd be great if he'd call me his U.S. man, but he's not going to do that. He didn't. So that's the situation. I wasn't going to talk about this, but I thought, screw it. Yeah. I always said I was going to tell the truth here, so I'm telling the truth. So, I love you, Sam. First names only. He shit his pants right now. I can't help it. You love who you love. So that's it. Meanwhile, the shower worked great this morning. Glad I did that. I've been watching this Australian TV series. Oh, is there a pattern here? Called Doctor Doctor. It's in season 2. So the first 2 episodes of season 2 are up on Couch Tuner. And the 3rd complete season of Schitt's Creek, SCHITT''S Creek, with Daniel Levy and his son. It's funny as hell. It's a Canadian TV series, and that's up on Couch Tuner. So I've been halfway through that. So I'm trying to amuse myself here. So I'll say bye-bye, YouTubers. Alrighty. There we go. All right.